All right, I'm going over the Kaiser Darrin today. So this, I got this door apart. And one thing I realized was that this was actually disassembled, and this had actually fallen out. The screws were loose, so this actually had fallen out when your buddy was here. He pushed in the thing, and then it stayed in. This is actually supposed to go in here, hook, and this is supposed to be hooked on here, and it wasn't. It's hard to do one-handed. This locks the door in place. When you close it, when you lock it shut, it's supposed to stay there, and like it won't release until you use the handle. These holes are all, well, that's actually okay, but the holes aren't in very good shape. I'm going to put a piece of steel behind and reinforce that. See with the corners on both doors, there's a piece that's missing where it's supposed to be secure for the latch. That's missing on both. This door, both of these doors, this adjustment was off. So there's actually, they're not in terrible shape, just the last person just didn't know what he was doing. That wasn't assembled right, it wasn't tightened right. And there's a point where the fiberglass is so ruined you can't really do a lot with it, which is why I will make a new plate on the inside of steel to hold it in place. Interesting things I see is here we have this the bottom, see how close it is, but we see we're hitting here pretty badly. Now watch when I get to the other side. This side is super wide. It's had some damage in the past from hitting, but like this door closes. So like I'm not sure which one is right, how they could be so far different. It doesn't make sense that this one's farther out and having less problem going in. And so there's some things I'm gonna have to figure out. There's the same thing on this door. This was working fine, so you didn't have a problem with some aspects of this door. Well, these holes are pretty jacked up. I'm gonna have to do something with those also. And then hold on. Oh, and then you see this corner is all destroyed. There was no bolts in either corner on either of these. They were only supported by these two. And really, I'm gonna have to do some reinforcement in here. I have some fiberglass material. I will figure out something to make this more secure. These were loose. I just did these by hand, but all of this stuff, none of this was tightened. That's all adjustments. So hold on one second here. So here's the front of the door. This is the one where the handle wasn't working. It's kind of jacked up this hole because it couldn't spin inside that collar, and this retains that collar. So now this is damaged from the collar trying to turn. So I'll probably also make like a square piece of steel with a hole that matches the collar, and then epoxy it to the inside. You can also see you got the nylon, but you can also see like this steel is the steel peg is scraping quite a bit. So there's something going on there. See this cotter pin's almost out. It's almost like this should be recessed into the hole or something. I'm gonna look into that. I think that's gonna be, if you want to solve your long-term problem, that's gonna be part of it. Then remember I told you like springs ran backwards? Oh, this actually looks like this was made from a coat hanger. But anyways, if this were on the other end, I might not have had to take the door off to get that latch out, because I would have been able to grab it, because the spring goes on this end, that half moon, and this connects to the spring, and this goes up to the handle, but that was backwards on both doors. So here's the other one. This one's has worn away enough that it's damaged. It's kind of to tell, but half of it's missing, and then what else did I want to show? Oh yeah, and then all of this is from misalignment. So obviously this was done after, all this happened after this car was painted. It's like all this stuff needs to be realigned, which is probably going to be a lot to do with in here. This is or not there, sorry, right here. This is an alignment. For whatever reason, they have it all the way one way. But I also noticed they'll have it all the way this way, which means the door is as far in as you can get, which makes me wonder if there's something else there's some stuff that has to be figured out, I guess is all I'm saying. I don't know why the rails are so far different from side to side, and that I would like to find some dimensions if possible. You said you're a master Googler. If there's any way to find some dimensions, that'd be great. If these nylon blocks, if somebody makes them, that's great. If not, I'm just gonna have like 6 more made. But I would love it if I had some information first. And we're gonna just redo all this, and you'll have actually working doors. This side not grabbing, I think it had a lot to do with that piece that went down. It wasn't hooked up to the spring and it popped out. But we'll see. Work is in progress. I just want to let you know that I'm not forgetting about you. Things are actively working, and there's some stuff I have to figure out. Like this right here says like the door is too high. So I don't know. We'll figure. This is too far out. You know, as we said before, like when you turn the handle, the door turns in and goes in, but maybe it wasn't turning in because the whole mechanism wasn't working right. So I'm on it. Just want to give you an update.